Hi, everybody. Welcome in as we get the last match of the day underway here on set. Make that court number 1. How many sets? Who knows? Enterprise State and Wallace Hanceville battling, and these are a couple of teams that represent the top tiers in each of the divisions, the North and South, as Wallace Hanceville is one out of the North, and Enterprise State, who actually had an identical mark as LBW in conference play, but based on the tiebreaker scenario, LBW became the 1 seed and Enterprise State the 2. So a colossal battle expected between the Lions and the Boll Weevils. Hi, everybody. Robert Williamson set to bring the coverage as it is jammed over by Jackson, picked up in the backcourt by Price. And is Monge, and then driven over by Freeman. Now you talk about power, Olivia Freeman. Taking a look at that lineup, by the way, going back to serve is Charlie Walker. You've got Christina Vigil, Olivia Freeman, as well as Emma Claire Long, the libero Lillian Rhodes, and Kaylee Petty. All part of that lineup for Enterprise State, taking an early 3-zip lead. Meanwhile, Wallace Hanceville with Chloe Jackson, Kaylee Dickerson, Amanda Monge, Ollie Price, Rachel Mecklenburg, Eliana Quasada, and the libero Abby McDonald. And at least early in this one, it is Enterprise State jumping out to the big lead. A 4-zip advantage here in the opening set. These teams, during the course of the regular season, their paths never crossed. Monge blocked by Freeman. And that will sail wide and give the opening 5 points in this one to Enterprise State, the Boll Weevils. Launched over to McDonald. Price picking it up, shoves over to Monge. And you had a whistle, and let's see what that was. Illegal block, and it will be a 5-1 game. And the opening point for Wallace Hanceville coming on the illegality. Monge going long, and it becomes a 6-1 game. So Enterprise State back to that 5-point lead. What a day it has been. Calhoun, by the way, just knocked off Southern Union. And that was after Southern Union looked to be poised to knock off Calhoun, but Calhoun battles back, wins it, makes Southern Union the first to leave. The second to leave will be decided in the Bishop State, Snead State elimination game that will get underway shortly over on court number 2 or in the arena court 4. It is 2 on the ACCC bracket. It is 4 here in Sand Mountain Park. Again with the serve, the libero Lillian Rhodes. Rhodes 31 aces this year, 273 as a team for Enterprise State. Over goes to Dickerson. Dickerson, great power. Drives into the opposite corner. Served up by Mecklenburg. Mecklenburg, 49 aces. Yeah, these two teams combined for nearly 600 aces. Well, a great season for Southern Union as I see them part ways. Warhawks leaving too, but the Warhawks will be back tomorrow as they will have an 11 a.m. elimination game. As a matter of fact, everything else the rest of the way for the Warhawks, for the Coyotes, for Bishop State, for Snead State are elimination games. The teams that are not contending with elimination and that pressure right now are Wallace Hanceville, Enterprise State, and LBW. And after this one, it'll just be a couple of teams. they don't have to worry about an elimination game, at least at the moment. Winner of this one, not in the driver's seat, but pretty darn close. As the ace is nearly administered, but a nice job by Long to return, and that will come up short of the net. Two-point lead. And most of that huge early lead evaporates. Petty sending it over. New face on the floor, Riley Berry for Enterprise State. And going back to serve is Kaylee Petty. Sends it into the backcourt. Dickerson there to retrieve. Over to Mines. Mines. Did it get fingertips? It did. Wallace Hanceville with the serve. McDonald doing the honors. The libero with 32 aces this year. Sends it to Petty. And that's just a smidge long from Long. And the Lions are a point away from even and up. As McDonald will serve. Floats it over to the libero, Rhodes, and that'll be an ace that ties us at 9. And Enterprise State will take a timeout. Wow, what a round of shots. Eventually it winds up ricocheting off Rhodes, and that will give the Lions their first lead here in set number 1. After a pretty dominant Enterprise State start, there is a dominant shot by Charlie Walker. And we're tied up at 10. Riley Berry serving. Riley Berry, 80 sets, 28 matches on the year. Monge into the backcourt, picked up by Petty. And it's flipped back over to Monge. And there for the block is Walker. Nice dig by Petty. And then dropped where nobody is. Petty again diving, but this time comes up empty. And Wallace Hanceville by 1. Last match of the day here on court number 1. And we have been treated, as I mentioned, to some spectacular sports. We've had everything. We've had the 3-set match. We've had the 4-set match. We've had the 5-set match. 11 apiece. McDonald first touch. And is the left-hander Mecklenburg sending it over. Bump back over to Mecklenburg, and she'll shove it across. Petty is there. Over to Long. Monge from the left side. Freeman picked it up, but couldn't quite put it on the floor. It is 12 serving 11 with Monge on the serve. High into the air from Walker. Long. And it is long. And the first 2-point lead of the game for Wallace Hanceville. Every one of their leads have been won. But now by 2 with Monge again on the serve. First touch from Petty. That is long. McDonald able to put it back onto the floor. Dickerson dinking it over that front line. With the back set, two-handed shove into the backcourt by Petty. But Petty hit it twice. And the Wallace Hanceville lead 3. With Monge again serving. 62 aces on the year. There's nobody on the team with more. Long jams it, and that will ricochet off Monge. So again, serving is Long. Long with 214 kills on the year. That is third most on the team. Bumps it over to Dickerson, into the backcourt. Over goes to Petty with a drive. McDonald tracks it down. Two-handed Price shove over. Got the back set. Freeman. Wow, that's a rocket from Freeman. It is a 1-point game. Little shove over by Jackson. Two-point contest, 15-13. Lions, Jackson with a serve, and she'll do it into the net. Enterprise State, earlier in the day, beat Sneed State. Wallace Hanceville earlier knocked off Bishop State. That is bumped back over to Mecklenburg. Petty drives it cross court off McDonald. And we are tied at 15. Served over by Rhodes, and McDonald ricochets it off the railing on the second tier of the complex here, which, by the way, is where we happen to be seated. Not where she ricocheted off the tier. We're on the second tier, but not near that part of the tier. Turns it into a 16-15 game. Price shoving it over to Dickerson, and Dickerson aiming for the opposite corner goes long. It is a 2-point game. Got the ace. Did Rhodes off her libero counterpart McDonald. Timeout on the floor with a break in action. We pause 2 on JockJive. Just about all White Jones County. Diving catch it, shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Craps got it. Long throw over, and he got it. Opening set of this battle of unbeatens, Wallace, Hanceville, and Enterprise State both 1-0 coming in. Southern Union becomes the first eliminated. And in a few moments, Bishop State and Sneed State will battle to try to avoid becoming the second. And your original field of 8 will be trimmed down to 6 by tomorrow morning at 11. And tomorrow morning's multi-court play only lasts for the 11 a.m. match. And then everything is here on court number 1. Petty into the backcourt. Monge there. Price with the back set. Mecklenburg drives it over. And it's Petty again. And wow, somehow, no, it did not. There was an illegal lift on the part of Quesada. Thought for a moment she was about to send it over. Enterprise State with a 4-point lead. Shoved over to Dickerson. Able to get underneath. It was Walker. And let's see what this whistle is about. Net violation. Bo Weebles. Bumped over to Petty. Petty going cross court. Monge able to get there to the mid part of the floor. That is a visual set for Berry, and Berry drives it in front of the inline. Enterprise State with a 3-point lead. 5 away from wrapping up the opening set. Lions are 8 away from an opening set win. Over to Dickerson. And she will drive it off long. Dickerson serving. Kaylee Dickerson, the freshman outside hitter. 468 kills. She has been a dominant figure for the Lions. Berry extends the lead back to 3. And Wallace, Hanceville calling for time. We are back in 60. I have neglected to, and I need to, say thanks to all the folks here at Sand Mountain Park, Mike Morrison, all his staff. Man, they have been terrific. Anything we've needed, they've gotten. Chair, table, internet. Got us right up at the front door, gave us a cart to unload, man. They have been super. Thanks, gang, at Sand Mountain Park. And what a gorgeous and impressive facility. Mecklenburg returning the Petty shot. Into the backcourt, over it goes to Long, and Long will bang it off of Quesada. Enterprise State needing 3. Lions needing 7. There is one of the 3. 23-18 lead. Served up by Petty. Over to Mines. Blocked by Berry. Check that though. Went out of bounds on the block. Scratched the point from one side and added to the other. 23-19. McDonald, libero to Rhodes. And that is too strong from Walker. Able to get underneath it in his Vigil. Petty will drive it, go long. 23-21. And a timeout on the floor. Mary's kill, getting Enterprise State within a point of wrapping up the opening set. Monge. It is blocked by Freeman. Another Freeman block. Able to return it, though, is Burgess. Freeman again. This time, third time the charm. And Enterprise State will win the opening set 25-21. Last match of the day on court number 1, and it will be another dandy, with the Boll Weevils taking the first. Hey, be sure to follow us Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and our premium channel. And hey, anything that involves us, click on it. I don't think there's anything nefarious out there, shouldn't be. Pumped over to the Lions side of the floor as we get set number 2 underway. Dickerson. It is blocked by Walker. And Mecklenburg picked up by Vigil. Little pump over by Long. Monge. Price going to the opposite side of the floor. Dickerson sending it across. Berry bumping it over to Walker. She will dink it over into the backcourt. Nice save by Penny. That is driven across by Long. Back set. Mecklenburg blocked by Freeman. Into the backcourt. Penny again. Walker sending it over. Dickerson aiming for the opposite corner, able to drop it in front of the sideline. And Wallace Hanceville taking the opening point in set number 2. Floated over by McDonald. Wow. That's money for Freeman. You give her that and chances are you're going to be paying. And the serve back over to Enterprise State. Charlie Walker. Monge with the first touch. Jackson off of Rhodes. I'm not really one for predicting because I don't have the knowledge to predict. But I just feel like this one is not going to be a 3-set match. Somehow just don't think you're going to have one team sweep the other. Long shot blocked. And then it is Penny driving it over to tie it up at 2. Well, anyone familiar with the ACCC knows that Wallace Hanceville has been a dominant force in ACCC volleyball. I can only recall one ACCC team knock Wallace Hanceville from their perch in the last decade or so, and that was Gadsden State. It was a Connie Clark coached Gadsden State team, which, by the way, I think Connie is here tonight. Her daughter plays for Sneed State, and they're taking on Bishop State tonight. Into the net from Emma Claire Long. So she should actually be over on the other floor, I would assume, watching her daughter play. Shoved over to the opposite side, and that was a little errant with a pass, and unable to tip it over was Petty. And Wallace Hanceville will see their lead go to 3. Too long. Long thought about returning, but on the advice of teammates, let it go. Lillian Rhodes with the serve. And it goes long. So reciprocating service errors. Over goes to Penny. Penny with a drive. Masada with a block. Back over to Penny. Penny into the backcourt. Mecklenburg there. It is bumped to Dickerson. Into the backcourt and picked up by Long. And Walker will go long. Lions with a 4-point lead. And speaking of Sneed State, I was talking with their athletic director earlier. And we were talking about, we can recall when Wallace Hanceville was so dominant that if you won a set, it was like you'd won the match. You'd done something that hadn't been done. They just were so dominant in the ACCC, but over the last couple of years, you're seeing these other programs continually improve. And you got the LBWs coming in with a 12-game win streak, now at 14 and 26-4. Or this Enterprise State squad at 23-9. Or a Calhoun team that, got upset early, looked like they were going to be upset again. But came from behind and beat Southern Union. They have knocked off this Wallace Hanceville squad. Or a Coastal North team that took LBW the distance in that 5-set match prior to this one. Blocked by Walker. Lead back over to the Boll Weevils. Petty launches it. Monge couldn't get over the net. And it's a 1-point game. We know some of the teams that will be playing tomorrow. As a matter of fact, we know 4 of the teams that will be playing tomorrow. These two, Wallace, Hanceville, Enterprise State. The 2 that just played, LBW and Coastal North. What we don't know is who will fill that remaining spot. Will it be Bishop State or Sneed State? They are in an elimination game that is moments away from starting. Vigil able to pick it up, knocks it over near the Enterprise State bench. You had coaches getting out of the way to clear a lane for Vigil. It is blocked by Walker. Petty in the backcourt. Vigil shoving it over to Long. Long with the free ball. Into the backcourt to Petty. And that is Long with the kill. Back to a 1-point game. And 2, I failed to mention that Sneed State, despite their 3-seed status out of the North, they had a sweep of Wallace Hanceville this year. A little more parity in the ACCC volleyball as compared to prior years. Mecklenburg to Price, that is Dickerson. And the lead back to 2 and belonging to Wallace Hanceville. It is a Friday night in Alabama, the last night of the regular season high school football. There are tons of games, no conference games. I think all of the conference games over in the state, but a lot of the rival games played tonight. Typically, we would be bringing you Bayside Academy football. They are not too far down the road. Playing Tuscaloosa Academy tonight, but that instead this evening on the NFHS. But we'll be back in Daphne next week to bring you Bayside and Hale County. And of course, junior college football tomorrow. What power from Walker. Well, if you came to a match looking for, little mamby-bamby, soft shots, you ain't getting it on either side of the floor here. Petty drives it. Monge able to return. Price back set. Jackson the drive. Mecklenburg again on the serve. Little joust on the net. It is won by the Lions. Jackson sending it back over. But wait a minute. According to the official, there was a little problem on the net. And that little problem on the net was a violation by the Lions. Meaning Enterprise State is drawn to within 1. Enterprise State reclaiming the lead. Served up by Long. Over goes to Dickerson. Fisted back onto the floor by Petty, and Vigil sends it over. Jackson will drive. Into the backcourt to Minge. Over it goes to Dickerson with a flick across. Setting up Petty, and Petty crushes it over. We've got a timeout on the floor. It is a 13-11 Enterprise State lead. Enterprise State taking a 2-point lead, prompting a Lions timeout. Long serving. Ball Weevils won the opening set, trying to win 2. Lions trying to knot it up. Jackson gets the Lions to within 1. Served over by Dickerson. Walker to Vigil. Jammed over by Freeman. Back to a 2-point Enterprise State lead. Here comes Price back onto the floor. Checking out of the game is Burgess for the Lions. That will go into the net. And Rhodes' service error makes it a 1-point game. Jackson with the serve. Vigil, back set, Barry. Did it get fingertips? It did not. Goes long, and we are tied at 14. Jackson serving. Over goes to Petty, and Petty into the net. It was a last-minute long decision to return. Free ball sent over by Petty. Over it goes to Minge, blocked by Vigil. Setting up Petty, drives it off the fingertips of Price. Over to Minge. Minge with a tip over. Petty got a piece of it. Setting Minge up again. Fisted across. Petty able to get there. Back over to Petty. Drives it off of Jackson. And it is 15 each. Vigil with the serve. Christina Vigil, 73 aces this year for Enterprise State. Quick reflexes. Vigil and Walker. Barry able to send it over. Barry and Walker with a block. Vigil again serving. 1,002 aces, assists coming into the weekend for Vigil. Got the back set. And is hammered over by Walker. And Enterprise State with a 2-point lead. The sophomore Vigil serving. Nearly 10 assists per set. Tipped over by Barry. Little collision between Barry and Walker, but both stay standing. Over it goes to Petty. Petty pulls that trigger back, fires it over to Monge. Monge giving it over that front line. Vigil with the dig. It is tipped over by Walker, retrieved by McDonald. Dickerson into the mid part of the floor. Bumped to the front line by Rhodes and sent over by Petty. McDonald is there. Over to Monge. Again, Rhodes able to get there. Petty drives it. It'll go off Dickerson. McDonald couldn't get to it. Vigil serving again. Boll Weevils by 3. Petty drives it. Price able to get it back. McDonald over to Monge with a two-handed free ball to Vigil. Setting up Walker, and Walker goes wide. (16) serving 18. Last match of the day on court 1. Vigil over to Walker. Walker off Mecklenburg. McDonald digs it out. Into the backcourt. Dickerson able to get to it. Monge blocked by Walker, but picked up by Dickerson. Over it goes to Petty. Drives. Back set. Mecklenburg. There is Vigil. Rhodes the bump. Driven over. McDonald. And Monge will send it across. Setting up Barry, able to get just a finger on it and tip it over. Blocked by Walker. Timeout on the floor asked for by the Lions as the Boll Weevils go up by 3.
The University of Alabama Online, where legends log in. A tradition of excellence. Decades of experience in distance learning. Empowering students of all ages. More than 90 degree and certificate programs to advance your career. UA Online. Flexible, affordable, legendary. Let your computer be your campus. Visit online.ua.edu.
Enterprise State, Barry driving it. Hisada with a block. And the Lions trim it to a 2-point game. Opening set, both teams at 20 plus. Enterprise State 25, Lions 21. Over to Mecklenburg. Rhodes got a hand on it. Timing to retrieve it. Vigil and sent over by Long. Dickerson will go long. Well, the official initially indicated Long, apparently overridden. Because she, after going short, said Long, but apparently Another official with a better view, awarding the point to the Lions. Now it is a 2018 game with Berry serving. Riley Berry, 31 aces, sophomore middle hitter. A 178 hitter on the year for a 213 hitting Boll Weevil team. And Dickerson goes wide. A little perspiration on the floor. Olivia Freeman mopping it up. And we are back to the action with Enterprise State needing 4, Lions needing 7. Mecklenburg drives, it is blocked. Freeman and Long there. Perry with the serve. Price shoving to the other side of the floor. Dickerson blocked by Petty, but a nice dig by McDonald. That is flipped over by Walker. And Enterprise State now in a 2-point game from the standpoint of what they need from where they're at and where they want to get. And they want to get there before 7 from their counterparts, and there's one of the 2. Berry serving, set point. McDonald first touch. Bumped over to Dickerson, blocked by Freeman. Able to dig it out was Long. Munch to Price to Mecklenburg. She'll go long. And Enterprise State has taken a 2-0 lead over Wallace Hanceville. And for the Lions, it's those backs against the wall. Win set 3, or you drop into the loser's bracket. For Enterprise State, got a little wiggle room, up by 2. 2-0 advantage, Enterprise State, as we get the third set underway. Price on the serve. Over it goes to Long, and Long starts the scoring for Enterprise State. Boll Weevils, 2-0. Win this, you're done. You play at 3 tomorrow afternoon. Wallace Hanceville wins it. We play another set. Little tip over. McDonald able to get there. Price with the set. Jackson drives in. We're tied at 1. Over on the adjoining floor, Bishop State, a 23-17 lead in the opening set of that elimination game. This, of course, not an elimination contest. That one is, though. And Bishop State 2 away from taking the opening set in the final match over on court 2. Dug out by McDonald, but digs it into the net. And the Boll Weevils with a 3-1 lead in set number 3. Served up by Long. Price with the set. Jackson drives. Long got a hand on it. But Rhodes couldn't get to it. Jackson will serve. And apparently before she serves, though, there was a little moisture on the floor that's got to be tended to. Well, I've mentioned it before. I can attest to the fact that these very nicely varnished floors and a little moisture are just not conducive with one another, at least if you're going to walk on them. Or in this particular case, play volleyball on them. Tied at 3. Long nearly took a step into the stands trying to retrieve, but couldn't. Jackson with the serve. And a questionable first pass leads into a problematic second pass. And Wallace Hanceville takes a 4-3 lead in set 3. Chloe Jackson with the serve. First touch, Walker. And that is Olivia Freeman with a drive to knot it up at 4. Olivia Freeman is a .426 hitter. I was about to say, that's what I was looking for, was what kind of hitting does she do? Because I know I've seen her in about 2 or 3 matches this year. And man, she just seems to consistently produce. And when you're a .426 hitter, almost 1 out of 2 attacks you're successful on. That's impressive. Serving is Mecklenburg. Bump back over to Petty. Petty drives into the backcourt. Monge is there. Over to Dickerson. Barry able to get a piece of it. Back over to Dickerson. Trying to get it inside the antenna. Now the official saying it got the antenna. Tried to stop play. Was over here waving. Of course, your line judges don't have a whistle. They just got a flag they wave. But finally waved that red flag long enough to get the attention of the umpire. McDonald with a dig over, goes to Dickerson off Barry. Vigil bumping it to Long. Long will drive it and drop it on the other side, make it a 6-5 lead. And Vigil will serve. Christina Vigil, 73 aces. Another good hitter, 267. No wonder this team hits 213. As you got the ace, you got a 313 hitting Price, a 571 hitting Hicks, 375 Kimmerman, 600 Rhodes, 426 Freeman, 267 Vigil. Into the net with a Vigil serve. Dickerson serving. In a 1-point must-win set for Wallace Hanceville. Knotted up at 7. That is driven over by Walker. It goes skyward and winds up on tier 2. Got a security officer who is typically seated in a chair right there where the ball wound up. He's busy doing something else right now. But when he gets back to his chair, he's going to have a Tachikari volleyball sitting there. Rhodes bumping individual. Over it goes to Walker. That is Monge driving it. Walker the block. Mecklenburg able to get it. Two-handed shove across by Dickerson. Over to Barry. Barry off Dickerson. Able to retrieve it was Jackson. Back over it goes to Long. Long off Dickerson. Retrieved by Jackson. And Price sending it over. Back set. Barry with the kill. Enterprise State already 2 sets in their backpack, needing 3 to zip it up and head home, and lead it by 3. Well, okay, not home. Temporary home, the hotel. That's a temporary home for Enterprise State. Wallace Hanceville. What is that? Not that far away. They may head to the house. Got a feeling Sneed State definitely does. Boaz is just down the road. Bishop State, they're staying here. Coastal North staying here. LBW staying here. Calhoun. I don't know. They might head home. Served up by McDonald. Setting up Long. Long drives it. There to return is Calvarese. We have not seen Calvarese on the floor today, but there now. Bumped over to Monge. Monge tipping it over. Vigil able to get underneath. Back over it goes to Walker, and Walker off Jackson and onto the floor. Riley Berry with the serve. Calvarese has been in 25 matches, 66 sets. On the floor currently for the Lions. Serving is Ollie Price. Launches over to Rhodes. Vigil trying to tip it over to Freeman. Freeman shoving it across. Vigil with a two-handed shove over. That's a decoy, using Freeman as a decoy. I mean, why not set it for Freeman? A nearly 500 hitter. But sometimes it's just as effective to make people think you're going to set Freeman and don't. Over to Monge. Vigil able to get a piece of it. Shove it back over. Back set. Mecklenburg. And Mecklenburg long, and it did not get any boll weevils on the way out. And that will go long from Walker. Amanda Monge serving. And it was a bad first pass. And then I think that wound up in the stands. Looked like a lot of boll weevils went to check on somebody in the stands. Stands are right behind the inline. Monge with a serve. Mecklenburg the block of a long shot. Boll weevils draw to it and make that Lions draw to within one of the boll weevils, prompting an Enterprise State timeout.
The University of Alabama Online, where legends log in. A tradition of excellence. Decades of experience in distance learning. Empowering students of all ages. More than 90 degree and certificate programs to advance your career. UA Online. Flexible, affordable, legendary. Let your computer be your campus. Visit online.ua.edu.
Boll weevils taking a 2-point advantage. And is Long trying to dig out the Dickerson kill and could not. And it's a 1-point game. Got some perspiration on the floor, a little moisture. Rones working on cleaning that up. Well, I'm looking to the other floor, and I was making the assumption Bishop State was the visiting team based on their 4-seed status out of the South. But I'm not sure, but maybe, I guess, instead of continuing to speculate, maybe I need to wait and just go over there and see who is leading that one, as that one will wind up again near the second tier and tied at 15. But apparently it is Snead State, the visiting squad, which would mean they are up 1-9 over Bishop State. And here you've got a 1-point Wallace Hanceville lead. Freeman. Well, when you know that 50% of the time when she goes on the attack, she's probably going to be successful, then you feed it to her. And she just keeps gobbling up the kills. Rones driving into the libero on the opposite side of the floor. A little tip over by Dickerson. Served up by Rachel Mecklenburg. 4 hits. Enterprise State side of the floor. It's a 2-point Wallace Hanceville lead, trying to force set number 4 and then number 5. That is jammed right back over by Quesada. And the Lions are 5 away. Make that 6 shy of taking us to another set. A little too strong with the opening bump. Allows the Lions to go on the attack. Dickerson sending it over. Shoved over to Petty, and Petty off of Quesada. We have had our fair share of moisture on the floor tonight. Apparently got a little more of it. It's 10-2 and we resume play. Vigil with a back set. Jammed over by Walker. Over goes to Dickerson. Nice Walker save, and Petty returns it. Monge. Vigil first touch. And then you had Walker and Barry, not sure which was going after it. And that slight hesitation, allowing the Lions to post their 20th point. Serve back over to Enterprise State. Nibble the top of the net. Monge able to pick it off. And then Monge somehow got it inside the antenna. She was nearly behind the official on the ladder, but somehow got it inside the antenna. That is an ace for Petty, and we're tied at 20. That is tipped over, able to pick it off the ground was Petty. Vigil the save, and Walker the shove over. Monge. Rhodes able to dig it out. Perry picking it off the net. Driven over. Is it in? It is in front of the end line. And Enterprise State takes a 1-point lead. Petty again with a serve. Jackson to Price. Monge tipping it over. And then it's put right back across by Walker. Enterprise State 3 away from a sweep. And the Lions, I think, inquiring as to their remaining timeouts. They've got one, they'll use it as the Ball Weevils are poised to sweep. Just about all white. Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it. (22-20) Ball Weevils. Launched over by Petty. Over to Monge, blocked, but Mecklenburg got a hand on it. Back over to Monge, two-handed shove over. Vigil, and that'll go long from Walker. Lions trying to get to set number 4. Enterprise State trying to get to the hotel and prepare for a matchup tomorrow at 3. Enterprise State wants to be playing. Make that Wallace. Hanceville wants to play tomorrow at 2 at 3. And might not be in quite as good a position to get there as Enterprise State, but they're working on that. Knotted up at 22. Dickerson into the backcourt. Vigil with the set. Long with the drive. McDonald able to get to it. Dickerson over to Monge. Monge with the free ball. Giving the Boll Weevils a chance to attack. Blocked by Jackson. Another Jackson shove over. Over to Monge. Setting him long. Long drives it off of Mecklenburg. Riley Berry serving. Enterprise State needing 2. Lions needing 3. Jackson drives it off Berry. Serve back over to the other side of the floor. Ollie Price serving. She gets the ace. Lions up by 1. Lions a point away from forcing a 4th set into the net with the serve. So we are at the volleyball equivalent of overtime. Somebody's got to get to 26. McDonald first touch over to Monge. Picked up by Long, setting up Freeman. And Freeman, even when she's not hitting it solidly, kind of off with that shot, it's still score. And it's the Boll Weevils at set and match point. And there you go. It is an ace off Dickerson. Boll Weevils sweeping the Lions of Wallace Hanceville. And this one is over. Tomorrow in the winner's bracket, 3 p.m. matchup, it will be a battle of South teams. LBW and Enterprise State. Everybody else, all the teams out of the North, all the remaining teams will have at least a loss. But they've still got a chance. Well, the final game of the day, continuing over on the other court, court 2. Looking to get an update because they've just wrapped up set number 2 and are headed to 3. I believe Snead State has got the 2-0 lead in that one as they are about to begin set number 3. This one wraps up. Wallace Hanceville suffering their 10th loss of the year. Enterprise State picking up their 24th win. And tomorrow, our slate of games starting to clear. LBW and Enterprise State at 3. We'll have an 11 a.m. contest between Calhoun and Wallace Hanceville. And all that's left is to decide who Coastal Alabama North plays tomorrow. Will it be Bishop State or Snead State? Thanks so much for watching our play here on court number 1. Again, action on 2 continues. We'll see you tomorrow. For all the folks with the ACCC and JockJive, I'm Robert Williamson. So long, everybody.